This episode is sponsored by Fantasy Flight Games.
What they choose to call themselves, no one can say. To the rest of the galaxy, they are known as the Ghosts of Creuss. Since the dawn of space travel, the territories surrounding the Shaleri Anomoly had been widely avoided by every civilized species to encounter it. From the earliest records of the Mahakt kings and the ancient Lazax emperors that followed, to the interstellar campaigns of the Federation of Sol, everything from colony fleets, commerce lanes, and battle groups made a careful effort to explicitly bypass the region, no matter how inexpedient or disadvantageous it was to do so. Despite the universality of this behavior across hundreds of disparate civilizations and cultures, there was no widely accepted explanation as to the cause. It was labeled on some star charts as high risk, with no further comment. Others speculated that Shaleri space was contaminated by some kind of unknown radiation. Most simply referred to the region as bad space. Whatever the rationale, it was simply another means of expressing an idea that would have been familiar to any of the superstitious maritime sailors of antiquity. Here be dragons. Opportunities to investigate the nature of the Shaleri Anomoly were few and far between, and usually arrived in the form of missing vessels. Across galactic history, an extraordinarily large number of starships had gone missing within its territories, but without any obvious pattern or reason. Even more curiously was the complete lack of any evidence as to what had happened to the missing ships. Cargo haulers, luxury cruise liners, transports, and auxiliary craft, all the way to cruisers and dreadnoughts, had all simply disappeared within the region, without a single distress beacon, message capsule, or life pod. Yet, when faced with an opportunity to save on time and fuel, there has always been a steady stream of daring captains willing to brave the region's dark reputation. Stranger perhaps than even the tales of missing ships are those told of the vessels who made it through intact. Crews that successfully completed the voyage through the region reported strange equipment malfunctions, navigational errors, sudden illnesses, and bad dreams. Some of the more fantastical accounts described purported sightings, eldritch encounters with creatures described as thread-like clouds of glowing energy. For a time, these accounts were dismissed as the wild, fevered ravings of sailors confined for too long aboard their vessels. The Ghosts of Creuss were nothing but the fodder of bedtime stories meant to frighten children, or legends told to amuse fellow sailors in the darkness of a long-haul freighter, or in a station's bar before last call. But that all changed with the flight of the Entropic. Like countless others before, the captain of the Mentak frigate Entropic had made the decision to risk Shaleri space in return for a substantial profit. It was a journey the ship had made several times before, and there was little indication that this time would be any different. It was 3 days into the journey when the ship was intercepted by vessels of an unknown design, each the size of a Mentak battlecruiser. They resembled nothing before ever encountered. Each was pale grey, their surfaces resembling lobstered steel, but with an intricate latticework of interweaving runes. This would be the first meeting between a race of the Galactic Council and the Ghosts of Creuss. Since their emergence from the realms of myth and legend into the modern galaxy, a great deal has been learned of both their kind and of the Shaleri Anomoly, now known as the Creuss Gate. Yet, they remain so astonishing and bizarre when compared to the other races of the galaxy that a true understanding of the Ghosts of Creuss may be forever out of reach. They are beings of energy and light whose forms cannot survive beyond the strange light of Creuss itself. To stabilize themselves in the wider galaxy, they have donned intricate clothing and armor, which like their starships can be distinguished from one another by their exotic runic devices. While these physical forms allow them to interact with the other races of the galaxy, they remain just another mask that only serves to obscure their true nature and intentions. They have presented themselves as perfectly civilized, more than capable of acting appropriately within the highest circles of galactic society. But they are also regarded as secretive, ritualistic, and strangely impassioned on a wide range of seemingly trivial issues. Such eccentricities are to be expected of any newcomer to the galactic stage, but many suspect that the ominous behavior of the ghosts of Creuss runs deeper than any simple misunderstanding. Even as they become a fixture within the galaxy, nothing is known of their government, their leadership, their population, or martial strength. Nor is it understood why after so many years of lurking in the shadows have they chosen to only now reveal themselves. Did the age of turmoil surrounding the fall of the Lazaks in some way compel them to act? Was the method by which they could interact with those outside the Creuss Gate only recently discovered? Or was the emergence of the ghosts of Creuss perhaps only the first part in a great plan, centuries or millennia in the making, all in the pursuit of some sinister purpose, yet to be revealed?
Thanks to Fantasy Flight Games for sponsoring this investigation into the ghosts of Creuss. In Twilight Imperium, you can lead the ghosts, or one of 16 other civilizations, to galactic supremacy through diplomacy, commerce, or military might. Prophecy of Kings, out today, Friday, November 27th, takes the game even further, with 7 additional civilizations and a ton of new star systems, leaders, armies, and more. For more information on Twilight Imperium or Prophecy of Kings, check out the link in the description.